So, Corona, hey? Well, this is lots of fun. So I finally got around to doing some videoing. This is my first full-length class for you. So hopefully in time for our normal Tuesday slot. I'm going to have to stop it halfway through because I think I've got to restart the camera again. So there may be a few technical issues, but fingers crossed it'll all work out. So we're going to start off the practice with some breathing work. So lay yourself down, get yourself nice and long, and have a little wriggle on the mat, feeling every point of contact of your body on the floor. So feeling your feet, backs of your legs, your hips, your back, your hands, your shoulders, and your head. And just take a couple of nice big deep breaths here. And just let yourself settle in to your practice wherever you are today, doing it, hopefully doing it around about the same time. Keep that routine going. So we're going to do the 3-part breath, using the full upper portion of your body to breathe to its best capacity. So starting off with your fingers, big middle fingers, just touching over your belly button. We're going to take 5 nice big breaths, filling up your belly. And exhale. So as you inhale, you feel your belly rise. And exhale, your belly falls. 3 more at your own pace. Now we're going to move your hands up to your ribs, so allow them to come out to the sides. So inhaling here, so inhale and exhale. So as you inhale, your ribs are moving up and out to the sides, your belly rising as well. And exhale, your ribs fall. So 3 more breaths here. Up onto your chest, onto your clavicles. So you're going to breathe your belly, your ribs, and up into your chest. So inhale here, feeling that gentle lift in your belly, in your chest. Exhale, your chest falls, your ribs draw in, your belly falls. 4 more breaths here. Right up into your chest. And just lay your hands down by your sides and close your eyes. You might want to have your either hands down or just hands on your bellies, and I want you to just take 5 more big breaths, taking that full 3-part breath here. Let's wake up the body, so wiggling your fingers and your toes. Stretch your arms up overhead. Bit of a wiggle and a jiggle. And then squeeze your knees in. Give yourself a cuddle. And then sitting up. So we'll come round onto all 4s. Your hands a little bit wider than your shoulders, your knees a bit wider than your hips, and just gentle circling to begin with. So inhale as you come up to the top, exhale as you come down towards your heels. Slowly deepening into the movement, into your hips, and taking more weight into your hands. And then rock round the other way. Keeping that breath going. So exhale down, inhale as you come up. And then back to neutral. Draw your knees under your chest, under your hips, your hands under your shoulders, and some cat-cow. So inhale, looking up, sink your belly down. Exhale, curling your spine, rounding your tailbone under, round your shoulders. Inhale, look up. Exhale, rounding, really draw your belly into your spine. 3 more here at your own pace. Back to neutral, then feet behind into your plank, and slowly up into down facing dog, and walking on the spot. Really wriggle into that movement, so warming your toes up, your ankles, your knees, your hips, give yourself a bit of a twist around. And then slowly walk your feet up towards your hands. Sideways. Bend in your knees, let yourself really hang nice and loose, let your head hang nice and heavy, and slowly rock yourself up. Keeping your belly button drawn into your spine, protects your spine as you're coming up. Let your shoulders come up last and your head. Have had a bit of a swing around. Now a slap. And then come to the top of your mat. So we're going to work through the sun salutations. I'm going to move this back a smidge. So we'll do 3 a day and then 2B. So I have done another video which breaks down the chaturanga, which you lower yourself down from plank. So you might want to stop and have a look back at that. Otherwise just carry on with the practice, but you might want to look back at it. So you've got your 2 options though. So as you lower yourself from plank, you can go knees first and then chin down and then pushing up into cobra. Or the and I'd suggest everybody does that for the first set of sun sals. And your other option is chaturanga, which is where you lower yourself down in the plank and then you come up into up dog. So I've explained that in much more detail in the other video. But you don't need to stop and look at that one. Just go with it today, and then maybe we'll go back to it's only about 8 minutes, that video. So coming to the top of your mat, have a little bit of a rock, front to back and side to side, and then just find that point of balance in the middle. Squeezing your knees together, squeezing your hips in, tuck your tailbone under, so you're lifting up your pelvic floor and your belly button's drawn in, so that's the banders through the middle, that connection, that strength in the middle of your body, gives you that core stability. Long through your spine, tall up through the crown of your head. Just gently tuck your chin in, shoulders come up, and just let them huff down. Nice and soft. And that ujjayi breath, that ocean sound in the back of your throat, so that gentle sound going all the way through your practice. And just remembering the principles of as you open up your body, you're breathing in, and as you close your body down, you're breathing out. So just take it nice and slow and nice and steady. So, Inhale, palms come up and look to your hands. Exhale, fold forwards, hands on the floor, bend your knees. Inhale, look up. Exhale, step back into plank. Knees down, chin down, onto your belly. Inhale, push up to cobra. Exhale, down dog. 5 breaths here. This is your first one, so nice and soft through your knees, making your bum your highest part of your body. Draw your belly in. 4 more breaths. Exhale, look forwards. Inhale, step forwards, looking up. Exhale, drop your head. Inhale, reach your arms forwards, look to your palms. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, fold, hands to the floor, tuck your head in. Inhale, head up. Exhale, back into plank. Knees down, chin down. Onto your belly. Inhale, cobra. Tighten through your legs and your bum. Exhale, down dog. 5 breaths here. Your feet are hips width apart. Doesn't matter if your heels aren't on the floor, your heels can be off the floor. It's not a problem. Just keeping your bum nice and raised. Exhale, look forwards. Inhale, step forwards, looking up. Exhale, drop your head. Inhale, reach up. Exhale. One more A. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look up. Exhale, step back. Knees down, chin down. Onto your belly. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. 5 breaths. Spreading your weight through into your fingers, from the heels of your hands into your fingers. Exhale, look forwards. Inhale, step forwards, looking up. Exhale, drop your head. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale. San Sao B. Bend your knees, scoop your arms up. Inhale. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, look up. Exhale, step back. So lower yourself down, knees down, chin down, or chaturanga. Inhale, look up. Exhale, down dog. Right foot comes through, drop your left knee. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands down. Back into plank. Lower yourself down. Inhale up. Exhale, down dog. Left foot through, drop your right knee. Inhale up. Exhale, down dog. Step back into plank. Lower down. Inhale. Exhale. 5 breaths. Drawing your belly button in, feel like you're drawing your ribs in, they're not flaring out. Exhale, look forwards. Inhale, step forwards, looking up. Exhale, drop your head. Inhale, bend your knees, scoop your arms up. Exhale, straighten. One more. Inhale, scooping down. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, look up. Exhale, back into plank. Lower down. Inhale up. Exhale, down dog. Right foot through, drop your left knee. Inhale up. Exhale, hands down. Back into plank. Lower down. Inhale up. Exhale, down dog. Left foot through, drop your right knee. Inhale up. Exhale down, step back into plank. Lower down. Inhale. Exhale, 5 breaths. Use this down dog, just slow your breath down. This is your resting phase of your sun cell here. Exhale, look forwards. Inhale, step forwards, looking up. Exhale, drop your head. Inhale, bend your knees, scoop your arms up. Exhale, straighten. Lovely. Well done. Just breathe up to the top of the mat. Slow your breathing down, just feeling the floor underneath you. Just go hips width apart. Close your eyes, just let your shoulders hang nice and soft both sides. Lovely. Okay, so take a step to the side on your mat. We're going to go into triangle pose. So let's say your right foot's going to point forwards, your back foot's pointing in about 45 degrees. Inhale, your arms coming up into a star. And then exhale, you're just tipping over your hip, over your right hip here, stretching that top arm up and your bottom arm down to the floor. You're not taking weight on this hand, you're holding yourself. So if it's too much here, come up. It's better to be stretching. Nice long breaths here, 5 breaths. We'll do 3 more. You're looking up to your top palm. Inhale, come up. Rotate your feet round, make sure you turn that back foot into 45 degrees. And exhale down the other side, reaching up. Inhale up. Then we're going to take, so exhale. I'm going to take a bigger step this time. I'm not going to put in anything where I think we need any props because I'm relying on the fact that you probably don't have any props. So we're going to be missing out a few bits that we'd normally practice. So we're going to take a bigger step this time. So so again, your back leg is about 45 degrees in, your other one's pointed forwards. So you want to take your hip over your knee, over your ankle. So exhale down. You can either come here with your forearm across your thigh and your arms coming up and reaching over, or if you have got a block, you can have your hand here, or you're working to have your hand coming a little bit beyond your foot, and then your arms coming up and over and looking towards this finger that's pointing away from you. Stretching out, really reaching that back heel away from you. 5 breaths here. You're going to feel it loads in this front thigh on the outside. Inhale, push up, rotate yourself around. Exhale down the other side, so your forearm across or your hand coming over. Extending your arm away, really push that back heel away. 5 breaths. Inhale, come up. You're going to rotate yourself around, drop your back knee down, and then you're going to exhale, twist yourself. So you're taking your opposite shoulder around on the side of your knee into reverse prayer. I'm going to swap over so you can see this better. Here. 5 breaths here. So try and shimmy your back knee away, opening up your hip a bit more and pushing your elbow into your knee and your knee into your elbow. Nice and strong. It's a really good twist, really good lengthening out your spine and twisting, especially good after you've had dinner, meal, good for your digestion. Inhale, come out of your twist, up and over onto the other side. Moving that back knee away from you to open up the hip flexors on the other side. Inhale, come up, and exhale, step to the top of your mat. Give your legs a bit of a jiggle. So we're going to come into reverse prayer. So either your palms are coming here to reverse prayer, or you're going to just bind your forearms. Okay. So starting at the top of your mat, you're going to take your right foot and just take a step to the back. You can have your feet a little bit of a distance apart. And then exhale forwards, just drop your head down, both of your legs are staying straight, allowing you coming down towards your knee. Allow your head to hang nice and loose, so give it a nice hang here. So 5 breaths here. You may find you're a bit wonky, so just correct your shoulders, try and even yourself up. Inhale, come up, drawing your belly in, rotate your heels round, and exhale down the other side. Correcting your shoulders, keeping both of those legs straight. Inhale, come up. Exhale, step to the top of the mat, give your arms a little wiggle. So we'll come to your balance. So you might want to just, the key things with your balance is, one of the main ones is your drishti, your focus point. So you want to be looking at something that's not moving. So if you're practicing by yourself, it's going to be pretty easy. So taking the balance on your left foot first, you're going to bend up your right knee, so you've got your, so you can either hands on your hips, just have your tippy toe on the floor. You're going to do 5 breaths here, 5 here, 1 here, and then extending out for 5, or 5 here, 5 here, 5 here, and 5 extended out. So I'll do the one with your leg held up for the breathing, but do it in your own time, and then we'll all come back roughly at the same time. So inhale, drawing your knee up. So you're standing on your left leg, so your left hip is strong. Really kind of draw a lot of attention to your left hip, kind of really squeezing through to the point you're always going to get cramp. So then you're getting that real focus there. And the hip's really strong. It's about hip strength, your leg strength as much as anything. Keeping that focus on that one thing in front of you that's not moving. And your breath, nice, strong Ujjayi breath. So now take your knee out to the side, keeping your hip nice and high. And you can look over your shoulder if you want to at this point. Inhale, draw it back in. And then exhale, you're going to extend your leg out, pointing your toe. So this leg wants to be really nice and straight. Hands back on your hips. 5 breaths here. There's an inclination to lean back, so just correct yourself, bring yourself nice and tall. and exhale down. Not sure if that was 5 breaths with each of those, I'm afraid. So now go on to your right leg, nice and strong. So inhale, drawing up again for 5. Strong through your right hip this time. And this is your hips doing the work, it's not you holding your knee and your hands are just supporting. Then your right hand on your right hip, take your left knee out to the side, looking straight ahead, or you can go to the side. Inhale, draw it in, and then extend your foot out in front. You can have your foot low to the floor, or you can kind of have a bit more challenge, have it up higher. Exhale down, give your leg a little jiggle. So coming to the top of your mat. So we're going to come through, we're going to go into the warrior poses now. So we're going to go through a vinyasa, which is the sun salutation. So top of your mat. Inhale, your arms come up. Exhale, fold forwards. Drop your head. Inhale, look up. Exhale, step back into plank. Lower yourself down, knees down, chin down, or chaturanga. Inhale up. Exhale. So your right foot's going to come forwards. Turn your back heel into 45 degrees. So your heel's coming down towards the floor. Inhale up into warrior one. So you can either look straight forwards, having your hands apart, or you can have your palms up, looking up. You're working towards having this leg at 45 degrees, 90 degrees, sorry. But you know, even if it's just a bit of a flexion, that's fine. So just see where you are with it. 5 breaths here. Drawing your belly in. Inhale, straighten, rotate yourself around so you're going to head to the other way. Exhale, down the other way. Really strong down into the floor in that front foot and pushing away with your back heel. Inhale, straighten, arms going front to back. And then exhale, bend into that front leg again. Drop your shoulders down, looking towards your middle finger. You may find this knee's gone out or in a little bit, so just correct it. Inhale, straighten, rotate back to the other side again. And exhale, down again into the other side of warrior two, looking towards your middle finger. Correcting that knee where you need to. Exhale, hands down, step your foot back into plank, lower down. Inhale, up, exhale, down dog, and then we're just going to step through into long sitting. So your legs are out in front of you, engaging your feet back towards you, squeezing your knees in, squeezing your hips in, hands down by your sides. Drop your chin into your chest. We're going to have 5 breaths here. Keeping that gentle traction of your knees squeezing in. Dropping your shoulders down. Trying to get as much length out of the back of your neck as you can. You can have a bit of a bend in the backs of your knees. If there's a lot on the backs of your legs, that's fine. Inhale, look up. Then we're going to come into your reverse tabletop. So if you want to, you can use you've got a block, put a block between your knees, or like one of those the smaller kind of little footballs, the kind of easy little ones. So hands behind you, or coming behind you. Pop that ball or block between your knees. And you're going to inhale, squeeze that ball to raise yourself up into reverse tabletop. 5 breaths here. This is all about your hips and your knees doing the work. This isn't your back. So 5 breaths here. Keep that squeezing going. That's what keeps the middle of your body up. 3 more breaths. Let your head hang nice and low back. Exhale, slowly come down, keeping that squeezing going. Draw your knees in, give yourself a squeeze. And then we're going to do, so you can either do that one again, or we're going to do the full expression of the asana with straight legs this time. So lose your block or the ball if you're going to do this one. So you're coming up with straight legs. Inhale, drop your head back, 5 breaths. Squeezing your hips together the whole time. Exhale slowly down. Draw your knees in. Lovely squeeze. Then coming into cross legs. So we'll come into a twist here. Twists are really good for your spine, keeping that all nice and mobile, but it's really good for your digestive system and also your mental health, because if you have a healthy gut, you have a healthy, that's what you produce, your feel-good hormones. So, left hand on your right knee, and your right hand is behind you, and you're going to inhale, lift, exhale, twist yourself round. So think about twisting from your hips, your middle and your chest. 5 breaths here. With each inhale, feel like you're getting more length. Exhale, squeeze yourself round. Inhale back to the middle, keep nice and tall. Exhale, swap sides. Inhale back to the middle and just give yourself a wriggle. And extend your legs out in front. You're going to bring your right leg's going to come in and out to the side, from front on. And then I just want you just to walk so this may be enough for you, but what I want you to do is walk yourselves forward, just so you're going to start getting a gentle opening up, again lengthening up across this front leg here. Engaging this foot back towards you and just allow yourself to settle here. Drop your head down, 5 breaths here. You can walk your hands down a bit further as you kind of settle into it. Then inhale, come up, and then we're going to swap sides. So exhale, come forwards, engaging that foot back. So you want to have your knee and your feet facing up, so you don't want them rolling over. So you're engaging your hips to keep those forwards, and then drop your head down. You're going to feel this down the inside of this leg here. Inhale, slowly walk your legs up, hands up, and then just give yourself a little bit of a rock. Lovely. So Navasana boat pose. So this is going to work the front line of your body. So we're going to do 3 sets with 5 breaths in each of them. So we're having this V here, so you can either hold with your legs, you can do it with one leg at a time, pumping your legs, or you're going to come here supporting your legs a little bit behind, or your arms are extended out to the side. So 5 breaths with this. And then we're going to lift up in the middle with your hands by your hips. So inhale, 5 breaths. Keeping those knees squeezed together. Exhale, drop your feet down, hands by your hips. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, down, and 2. Keeping those hips working, squeezing them in. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. One more. See if you can stretch yourself a little bit more so you're extending your arms out. Keep your chest nice and lifted. Make sure feel like you've got a light shining through from your chest. 3 more breaths. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift, and then just squeezing down the sides of your legs. Those muscles have worked really strong. Lovely. Your feet a little bit of a squidge and a squidge as well. Lovely. So we're going to come into another Baddha Konasana cobbler pose. We're going to just butterfly with your legs first. So just feet together and just let them bob up and down. So keeping your belly drawn in. It's nice and strong through your spine, so you don't want to be rolling. Nice and strong through your spine. Just let your ankles, your knees bob up and down. Just going to mobilise your hips a little bit. I'm going to go side angle for this. So you're going to take your left hand, your right foot with your left hand, other hand on your knee, and then just start off little circles. Imagine like your foot is a big wooden spoon and you're stirring porridge or something. Nice big stirs. Try and make that bigger. Somebody might be trying to come in. And then we're going to go the other way. Just see if you can get a bit more movement. So our hips, our ball and socket joints, we've got lots of potential for movement here. So you want to get the most out of it. The more we use them, the more healthy they'll be. And then you can either hold it here, so the idea is to get it nice and high into your chest. So you can either hold it up here or put your foot into the crook of your arm and then just rock your hip here. Bring your foot a little bit closer and a bit easier. This is really open up these muscles in your hips. And then just swap it over. So little circles to begin with. It's getting lots of movement. And then the other way. And then putting it into the crook of your arm, or just holding, and then just rock it like a baby. Really opens up your hips nicely. I'm going to do another one opening up here in a minute actually. And then just come back to the centre and just even it up, even yourself up, just holding your feet and just let them bob up and down. So you can do that, or maybe on a block actually, if that makes it a little bit easier for you. Lovely. So just draw your knees in, nice and even, and just squeeze down the sides. Lovely. So extend yourself out nice and long. Arms onto the tops of your legs and slowly ease yourself down to lying down. Extend your arms away. Imagine somebody's pulling your arms and legs away. And then hands back down. So right leg's coming up to 45 degrees. Bend it in. So I want it to come to a right angle with your hip. I don't want it to come any closer. This is about the front of your body working, it's not about hip flexion now. So holding your knee, and then it's exhale, you're coming up 3 times. Ideally to come and kiss your knee if you can do. And exhale slowly down. Inhale up. Exhale slowly down. Inhale up. Exhale slowly down. Extend that leg up in the air, hands down by your sides. And slowly extend your leg down. And then your left leg coming up to 45 degrees, bend it in, hold it here at 45, and then inhale up, exhale down, inhale, and slowly, and one more. Using your opposite foot to anchor you down. Extend your leg up, slowly, slowly, slowly down. Draw your knees in, give them a squeeze. And then I'm hoping here you're on a carpeted floor or something a bit softer. If you haven't, then maybe just put a blanket underneath you. We're going to do some rolls from here. So we're going to do 10 rolls, and the idea is to not let your feet go onto the floor. So inhale up. Exhale back. Inhale up. Exhale back. And if you want, you can start going around in a circle, but using your breath. So exhale down, inhale up. Exhale down, inhale up. You imagine you're going down one side of your back and up the other. It helps you to go in the right direction. And also looking in the right direction. Nice and slow and nice and steady. You can go quite far back onto your shoulders, which can be nice as a bit of a massage. And then coming back to sitting. We'll come onto hands and knees. And we're going to come into pigeon. So hands and knees. So you're going to bring your right knee up towards your right elbow. Then your left foot's going to come through. And then you're just going to shimmy your left leg away. And this is opening up those hip flexors again on your fronts of your hips. And so just have a little bit of a rock here. This may be where you want to be today, that's fine. Otherwise you're going to start moving yourself down, maybe onto your elbows. If you feel like starting to roll over, then just stay here. It's better to be a bit more aligned. Otherwise you can extend yourself out fully here. So 5 breaths here. So you're going to feel it lots in your right hip as well, as that foot's tucking under. You can make a bit of a pillow with your arms. And then slowly walk yourself up. And then swap knees. So this time your left knee's coming up and across. And pushing that away. So noticing that your hand, your ankle and your knee are all in line. So a little rock here. And then slowly coming down over here. And maybe extending it. 5 breaths here, okay. into all fours, and then we're going to drop into Balasana, to child's pose, just to release evenly down your hips. So you can either say have your head down. If your head just it doesn't comfortably go down, make a little bit of a pillow, whereas your arms can be here or here. 5 nice long breaths here. And take some nice, so as you breathe, as you're taking these long breaths, feel like your belly's lifting you up a little bit off your thighs. Just feel like that your back's moving up and down a bit. Coming back onto your hands and knees, and then legs out in front, and we'll start going into our finishing posture. So I'm going to start rolling down onto the mat again. So slowly let yourself come down. So we're going to go into our back. So bending your knees, your feet are coming up towards your bum. So your feet and your knees are hip width apart. So keep imagining you've got a block between your knees, or again a ball, like a squishy ball is good. So your hands are down by your sides. So you're going to push into your heels, through your knees, roll, rounding your shoulders underneath you to come into your bridge. So it's all about your hips working and your knees squeezing together. So if you've got that block, it's a really good thing to work against. So you can keep your hands here, or you can bind your hands underneath you, because that will encourage you to get your shoulders under a bit more. So 5 breaths here. So as you inhale, your belly's filling up, feeling that lift in your belly. And as you exhale, you're pushing down into the floor through your heels. And again, if you're getting anything in your hips, into your back, any discomfort, it's your hips that need to do more work. So exhale slowly down and feel how every part of your spine is coming down. Draw your knees in, give it a little squeeze. And then we're going to come up and do that again. So it's really working on the strength of your legs here and opening up those hip flexors. So inhale, squeeze yourself up, rolling up. Maybe see if you can get up a little bit higher this time. 5 breaths again. Squeezing your knees together. Exhale slowly down, curling your spine down. Draw your knees in, squeeze everything in, and rolling your knees round. So inhale as you push them away, exhale as you squeeze them around. You'll feel that nice massage on the lower part of your back. And then round the other way. Squeeze it in. Hands out to the sides, feet on the floor. So drop your knees over to the left hand side, come into a twist, and looking over your right hand side. So if your knees aren't fully over, you can do the kind of lying in your coffin bit, roll here, and then open up your chest. But it's about getting the twist here in your spine. So it's better to have your knees towards the floor rather than holding yourself, because you're not going to do it yourself when you get there. Inhale back to the middle, and exhale the other side. Nice big breaths, and feel how as you deepen your breath, you're getting an extended twist out of that anyway. Inhale, draw your knees in. So we'll come to your shoulder stands, so your inversion. So you can either come to the wall, go sideways on, and then twizzle yourself up. You can either be here, and you can stay here for the whole time while we go up in the shoulder stand, or you can go up the shoulder stand. An inversion is as long as your feet are above your heart, then it's an inversion. So this is fine. This is just as good in terms of the benefits of an inversion. Otherwise, for a shoulder stand, the key thing is you mustn't move your neck when you're up here. So I'm going to try and avoid looking over at the camera. Make sure you're supporting your back. So, bending your knees, using your arms to lever yourself up. Knees onto your forehead. Hands behind you. I try to have my fingers touching. And extend your legs up. So you want to try and bring your elbows in as much as you can. So, we're going to have 8 breaths here. So I'm going to stay up for 8 breaths, and then we'll go back into extend back here. So you can either have your legs here, or down towards the floor, and you keep your hands here, or here, or here, and then come into here. So I'm going to keep the timings with you. So come into your headstand, and we'll do 8 breaths here. Not headstand, sorry, shoulder stand. So squeezing your hips together, squeezing your knees together, keep yourself nice and tall. So we're going to extend your legs out behind you now. So I'm going to take my feet down to the floor, but if your feet don't come to the floor, it's fine, just keep your hands behind your back. But if your feet are to the floor, keep your hands behind you or extend them behind. 8 breaths. I'm not great at counting breaths. So then bending your knees either side of your head where you can, even if it's just to your temples and here, that's fine. But otherwise you're working towards having your feet on your floor, squeezing around your ears. So 8 breaths, all squished in, so it's this portion of your back which is really nice and rounded now. 8 breaths. So starting to come out, straighten through your legs. So you can use your hands now as your anchor. So you can either come out with straight legs or bending your legs, but nice and slow. Feeling every point of your spine as you come down. As you get your way back down, you can keep your legs long or bend them in, whatever feels right for you. And then our counter pose to a shoulder stand is our fish pose. So raise your hips up, sit your hands underneath your thumbs, touching your palms down, sit back down, and lift your chest up, raise it as much as you can, and then roll yourself back so your head is on the floor. So you've got about 20% of the weight on your head, 80% on your elbows, and nice long breaths here, 8 breaths. Pointing your feet away from you, keeping that squeezing of your hips. If you start feeling it in your back, it's because you're not squeezing with your hips enough and your back's taking too much pressure. So you can always come out, but just try that squeezing of your hips, see if that eases it up. Give everything a nice squish and a squash. And then up to sitting. So before we settle into Shavasana, we're going to do a couple of minutes of our balanced breath. And yeah, let's face it, at the moment we need to be able to keep ourselves in balance. So this just really helps balance between our fight and flight and our rest and digest, because we need to be able to go smoothly in between them. So it's that even count of inhale 4, exhale 4, and then we'll go to 5 and 5, and then I want you to do a couple of minutes at your own pace. So hands either on your knees, palms down, or you can have them in chin mudra, hand gesture of knowledge, or just comfortably in your lap. So closing your eyes or lower your gaze and just literally point down on the floor. So inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. So just continue at your own pace with that count of 4 and 4 or 5 and 5, but just keep it nice and balanced. We're going to sit with that for a couple of minutes, that breath. Using your Ujjayi breath as well to give you a bit of control of the pace and that audible focus. And you can also incorporate breath movement, so as you inhale, taking that focus up to the crown of your head, and as you exhale down through your sitting bones into the floor. So 2 minutes here. So just letting go of that breath, and then find yourself a blanket. I'm going to put the music on, and I'm actually going to put an alarm on as well, because I'm going to have Shavasana as well, because I practiced along with you tonight. So we're going to have 5 minutes, and then I'll use the bell to slowly bring us out of that. So get yourself nice and comfy, and get the music going. Yeah, I'm afraid I couldn't put the music on all the way through, because I think it would be a bit, I couldn't hear over the music. But here we go, so hopefully this will do the job of getting you to where we normally are. So 5 minutes relaxation. And please don't run away straight away, so Shavasana is really important. I'll see you in 5 minutes. couple of nice big breaths just to release yourself into the floor as we settle in actually. So big breath in. And again, a big breath in. And just let yourself sink into the floor and relax. Let your mind go wherever it wants. Let your bodies relax. So slowly start waking up your body. Wiggling your fingers and your toes. Rolling your head gently side to side. And then stretch your arms up and overhead. And draw your knees into your chest. Give everything a cuddle and a squeeze. Rolling over onto your right hand side. And take a couple of breaths here. And slowly come up to sitting when you're ready. Just turn it light on. We'll just finish the same way as always with 1 ornament, 3 shanties together. And if you're obviously in the house with sleeping children, maybe don't do the Om so loudly, but I do invite you to do the sound because it's a very healing sound. You're creating a gentle vibration throughout your body, so I just think it's like an internal massage. And you know, singing feels good, so it's just another form of singing. It's just really old singing, and I definitely don't sound very good with it, so it doesn't matter what you sound like. But just notice where you're feeling the different points of vibration in your body. So palms together at your heart centre. Inhale together. Exhale. Inhale. Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaste. Namaste to all my yogis, and I hope to see you again soon, either back here or back in our usual practice place. Namaste. Keep well.